Well, I'm glad you asked. From my experience, the best thing to do is to report to Judicial Affairs before he reports you. Make sure that you don't fall for any bait or don't fall for any confrontation or don't cause any confrontation. Because remember, Judicial Affairs is meant to enforce the code of conduct, not academic integrity. So always report to them first. Show up to them first and tell them the truth. Remember, the truth is on your side, so the truth will set you free. If you're just honest and forthright with them, they are impartial. They are independent from the classroom. So they're not just going to side with the professor. They will side with you if there's a reason, if the facts and evidence is on your side. So make the facts and evidence on your side to protect yourself. Don't do what I did and engage into a debate with the professor. If he interrupts you, even if he interrupts you or disrespects you, I know how tempting that is to do. Trust me, I fell for it. I've done it. But don't do it. Try to control your emotions and let go. To simply excuse yourself in the classroom. Tell you want to remove yourself before he removes you. Because once he removes you, he's going to have to report you. And if he's as ambitious of a professor as mine, he wants to get you in trouble because you're a headache for him. So you have to protect yourself. Use Judicial Affairs as a weapon for you. And for two, I would suggest starting your own club. That's what I plan to do if I don't get expelled. But if I'm allowed to stay on campus, start your own club for mutual improvement and personal growth. That will provide an avenue for you to express yourself, an alternative to the classroom. Not only to oppose the classroom, but to compensate for the limitations of the classroom. Not only to protect yourself, but also to uphold and protect the integrity of the college. To uphold and protect academic integrity that the college claims to represent. This is, from my view, the only productive way you can go about doing this. And if you do have a chapter, if you do have an ACLU chapter in your town, I suggest reaching out to them. Unfortunately, I don't. It's very difficult to get a hold of those people. But I actually legitimately believe that this could be a constitutional case. Because it's just a matter of interpretation. I mean, if it's a public institution, you have a right to free speech. If you go to a public college, that's public property. It's a public space. So the Constitution is enforceable. The First Amendment, freedom of speech, is enforceable. So I do legitimately believe if I can ever get a hold of someone, a lawyer to speak to, a constitutional lawyer, someone that knows constitutional law, I do legitimately believe that we have a case here. Because academic integrity, from my interpretation, to understand the perspectives in order to understand where they're coming from. That is the logical extension of academic integrity. Rather than simply tolerate, I mean, to tolerate you have to understand. But of course, this is what causes conflict, because the classroom is subjective. It's based on what the curriculum of the class is, what the professor is teaching. And that's a perspective that's in contradiction to another perspective of the course. So, I mean, it's this contradiction that's at play here. I do legitimately believe that we could have a constitutional case if somebody can get the ACLU involved, or some pro bono law firm, or the legal aid of society even. I tried FIRE, but FIRE seems to only care about the professor. They don't seem to be concerned with student issues, unfortunately.